12 cylinders born to thrill. The Ferrari 12 cylinders is equipped with Maranello's iconic naturally aspirated V12 engine, the purest expression of Ferrari's spirit. This version delivers 830 horsepower of power, while the top engine speed is 9,500 revolutions per minute. Some of the developments implemented on this model have already been adopted on the 812 Competizione Special Series, such as the exhaust system with ceramic catalytic converter, titanium conrods and pistons made from a lightweight aluminum alloy. Meanwhile, the sliding finger followers, a component derived from Ferrari's experience in Formula One, serves to open and close the valves, reducing the coefficient of friction at critical points and significantly improving the performance of the engine. Sound is pivotal to marrying the comfort, luxury, and exhilarating driving emotions typical of a Ferrari V12 to this end. Every element of the intake and exhaust lines were optimized. Equal-length exhaust tracks, the 6-in-1 manifold for every cylinder bank, and the innovative design of the central sections has resulted in Ferrari's typical V12 howl made up all of the noble combustion orders. Altering the position of the resonators on the intake line has also changed the pressure waves, resulting in a richer range, particularly in terms of the middle frequencies. The result is a cleaner, fuller sound in all driving conditions, and especially in sportier situations. Innovative aspirated torque shaping, ATS, has allowed the Maranello engineers to sculpt the torque curve in third and fourth gears, using sophisticated electronic control that improves perception of the shape without impinging on acceleration, all to the benefit of driving pleasure. The introduction of the new final drive, furthermore, keeps acceleration levels high and allowed the engineers to define a new torque curve shape for an aspirated engine. Simple lines, timeless style. Clean lines dominate the Ferrari 12 cylinders geometry, underscoring the volumes that make up a seamlessly interconnected whole. The ultra-clean flanks sweep back along the entire car from a dihedral section. The Ferrari 12 cylinders wings have been sculpted with extreme geometric precision. All of the lines are the result of intersections between the volumes, and a more functional approach to form has been taken that eschews nostalgia. The muscular rear wing is imposing, yet also perfectly controlled geometrically. On the front wing, that muscular tension extends slightly, coming to rest along the flank and further accentuating the car's monolithic aesthetic. The front has lost certain signature elements of many other Ferraris, such as the traditional elongated form of the headlights and mouth-shaped grille, in favor of geometries and intersections innate to the car's design. The headlights are integrated into a single wraparound band from which the DRLs emerge like blades. At the rear of the Ferrari 12 cylinders, rigor is the order of the day, with the shape obtained by the subtraction of volume. Consistent with the front of the car, the taillights are set into a blade that traverses the entire rear section and also provides what is possibly the Ferrari 12 Cilindri's real signature theme, demonstrating once again how cleverly the Ferrari Styling Center's designers are able to meld technical and functional demands with beauty. The Ferrari 12 cylinder sports the 8-speed DCT dual-clutch transmission that receives such a unanimously rapturous welcome on other cars in the range. Steering wheel. The car sports the capacitive steering wheel, seen on all of the latest models in the range, featuring the indented buttons for ease of use. This means that command activations are more precise, instant, and intuitive, even in sporty driving conditions. The Ferrari 12 cylinders comes with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto-based mobile connectivity systems as standard, both easily controlled from the new central display. A wireless charging mat on the central tunnel, as standard, makes phone charging simple too. Dual cockpit. The interior style takes its inspiration from the Prancing Horse's dual cockpit architecture. The Ferrari 12 cylinders cabin has an almost symmetrical structure comprising two modules for driver and passenger, and offering an astonishing standard of comfort and involvement in the driving experience. The upper section features two distinct binnacles dedicated to the driver and passenger instrumentation and to the climate control vents. A deftly elegant color and material change draws the eye to the two volumes separated by the body of the dash, which seem almost to float, further enhancing the feeling of lightness in this area. Human-machine interface. The Ferrari 12 cylinders introduces a new human-machine interface, HMI, comprising 3 displays that raise the Ferrari 512 Berlinetta onboard experience to new heights. All of the main functions can be controlled from the central 10.25-inch touchscreen capacitive display within reach of both driver and passenger. This is flanked by a 15.6-inch driver display showing all of the driving and vehicle dynamics information. Lastly, the passenger is always completely involved in the driving experience thanks to an 8.8-inch display. State-of-the-art controls. The Ferrari 12 cylinders boasts the very state-of-the-art in front-engine Berlinetta dynamic controls. The introduction of brake-by-wire allowed the latest innovations from the range to be adopted, including ABS Evo that debuted on the 296 GTB and the 6D sensor that guarantees optimal precision to the virtual short wheelbase PCV 3.0 with the independent 4WS modified from the 812 Competizione, playing a key role. Side slip control, SSC, 8.0 is a Ferrari proprietary system and has been optimized to further improve estimation accuracy and learning speed plus 10% compared to the past, as well as control on very low grip surfaces. Grip estimation is flanked by the contribution of the grip recognition logic. By using the information from the EPS CPU and the side slip angle estimated by the SSC 8.0, the Ferrari 12 cylinders can assess the tire road grip level even when steering. The chassis is completely new. Specific attention was focused on the geometry of cast components to improve torsional rigidity while simultaneously reducing weight. The greenhouse topping the new chassis guarantees superb NVH and safety performance and has allowed stiffness to be improved without increasing weight compared to previous Ferrari 12-cylinder applications. For the first time on a Ferrari road car, a secondary alloy obtained from recycled material has been used, which together with the introduction of the hollow cast technique enables a 146 kilogram reduction in CO2 emissions for every car produced. Cooling layout. The cooling requirements of the engine and ancillaries demanded a redesign of the car's entire cooling system, which resulted in front underbody evacuation being optimized. The space between the longitudinal elements of the chassis house, the engine coolant radiator, and aircon circuit condenser, while the oil radiator has been split into 2 and lies ahead of the front wheels. Downforce through the underbody. The profile of the louvre in the central opening of the underbody minimized the impact of the hot air, which is not highly energized. The downforce on the front is generated by 3 pairs of vortex generators optimized in the wind tunnel. The front underbody helps to cool the brake system, while the rear underbody sports a pair of vortex generators, which are used to produce efficient downforce and channel the flows towards the extractor. In line with Ferrari's philosophy of transferring innovations from the racing world to the road-going sports cars, the engineers designed an air inlet near the outer edge of the rear fence to provide ventilation for the silencer's electron extractor. In line with Ferrari's philosophy of transferring innovations from the racing world to the road-going sports cars, the engineers designed an air inlet near the outer edge of the rear fence to provide ventilation for the silencer's electronics. The aerodynamics kick in. Aerodynamic load-generating flaps have been introduced on the rear of the Ferrari 12 cylinders, permitting 2 different configurations, low drag LD and high downforce HD. In the LD position, the flaps are flush with the bodywork so that the air runs over it uninterrupted, making them invisible to the flow. This configuration is retained until a speed of 60 kilometers and over 300 kilometers per hour. In between these 2 speeds, movement depends on the car's longitudinal and lateral acceleration. In high-performance handling and braking situations, the flaps go into HD configuration, generating maximum downforce.